What's going on, guys, and welcome back to FIFA 17 Blackpool Career Mode. And when we last left it, we had a very good episode because we are 4th in the league. We are out of the English FA Cup. We're still in the JPT, but we've done the objective so far. The only thing that's like the objective we're missing out on is the crucial one. We are 4th, all the way from 16th straight to 4th. That's what I'm actually so psyched about at the minute. We can get 3rd. Now, I'm not too sure. So what? 7, put 3 onto 7 is 4. They're only 5 points from 2nd. We've got a way to climb to get 1st. I think Portsmouth are going to run away with this league. And primarily, I don't. Oh, funnily enough, we're playing Portsmouth as the next game, which isn't that bad, because if we can get a win here, we can drop points on them. So that's our objective. Get Portsmouth to drop points, because we're in a good streak at the minute. We're going to carry it on, and we're going to play it, and we're going to win. Basically, what is happening is my objective personally is to get promoted in the first season. Now, in order for me to do that, I've got to keep going in the streak that I've just started coming up. Now, it is 48 games, or it's 46 games per season until we get to the Premiership. Oh, Portsmouth are the best defensive team and we're the second best. That's good to know. So, we've got that. The fact that I want to get promoted in the first season. Oh, straight off. Oh, very nicely done. Well, yeah. And that is my aim, is to get promoted into the League One. And then from League One, hopefully I've got a decent enough team or a set of youngsters to work it where, well, that was a bit of a poor shot, to work it where we can actually go from League One to Championship within 2 seasons of starting the actual series. Now, we are going to sim some games, but we're going to play a couple as well. So I think the way I'm going to do it is, if I win my first game, I'll sim the next game. If I draw or lose, I'll have to play. So if I get 3 points, we can do a sim. And I think that's the way I'm going to do it, because it seems to be a little bit easier, because, like, say, there is 46 matches. It makes for a good series to do them all, but because our aim is to get into the Premiership and win the Premiership with Blackpool as a, like, building through the youth, because the board are actually happy with the way we're done with the youth, then it does actually come out quite well for me to do it all in like a season of being in that league. We go to the next one and so on and so forth. The Premiership, I think, is going to be a little bit harder for us, because, like I say, it's the Premiership, you know. It's going to be about 2020, 21 when we get to the Premiership. So we're looking at probably, well, you actually are looking at maybe bringing in a couple free agents later on the line, like old people, but I don't want old players in my team. If they're rated better than what I've got and they're going to help me get up there, I still don't want them. If it doesn't really make sense, and I know it doesn't, but I really just want to build this team around youth, and that's literally the way to do that. Is we could probably sign 1 or 2 maybe, if the defenders. I don't know. I'd have to see when we get up there, but I want to try, like I say, I want to whip it around youth. Youth is my main worry at the minute. Oh, that was a proper bobbing shot. Wow. I could have had time to thingy that. Bring it back and shoot it. That goalkeeper's doing really well. I'll give him that, Mr. Fordy. Or Ford. It's either Ford or Fordy. I think with the E it's got A. I thought it's Fordy. Oh, oh, oh. Can we pull it? Can we pull it? We've still got it. Oh, I did not get that pass off properly. If I would have got the pass off properly, it would have worked out quite well. But we didn't get there. Hopefully we will. Like I say, from looking at the stats of this league as well, Portsmouth are top of the league. They are the first best defensive team, so they've got the better defence in the league. But I've also got, or I'm second best on defence. Even though we had started off really poor, we were only losing 1-0. Or we were drawing more than anything. So from the statistics of like thingy, Blackpool and Portsmouth, so it's us and them, we're destined to be a draw game is basically what it's pretty much going to say, because we've both got the best defence. So it's either one team can break and get a goal, or it's just going to end up as a draw. Now I don't want that to happen. I want this to go the way I think it should go, and that's me getting a 2-goal lead and keeping hold of that 2-goal lead. With that being said, after 45 minutes I've still not scored a goal or had a lot of chances. Not quite on target where I want them to be, but we're getting to the point where it's like we're doing alright. We're doing alright. We do need to start getting a couple of goals put in. I'm sorry I had to burp then. Sorry about that. But we are in a case of, well, we're in dire need of some goals here actually. That didn't work out the way I wanted it to. We need to get, do not be injured. Right, that's good. As long as we don't get injuries, we should be fine. I'm hoping that they don't get a goal anytime soon, which could be a bit dangerous. We'll give them a corner. It's not too bad to give them a corner. It's not the greatest thing in the world. But can he punch it? Can we get onto it? I thought that was in then. I was going to say that was really, really good of a goal to score from that angle, but it didn't go in, so we got fortunate, which was actually quite good because the angle he was at, he took on a hard shot, really. Who is this? Burgess. Seems to be everywhere, and that's annoying me. Right, come on, let's close them down, get the ball back, and then break. Because if we can get a decent little counter break, I reckon that's where we're gonna thrive. We didn't need that, and I did say it was gonna come. The fact that one of them would score, and it'd be one. It's gonna be. That's the way it's gonna go. Now, that we didn't need. We need to fire back. Mr. Rose, you were not supposed to score a goal on me. It was supposed to go the other way. Because I need to win this match. I can't have a loss. A draw I can settle with. A loss I can't have. See, I was going to settle with a draw because it is Portsmouth. They are top of the league. Giving them a 2-point loss is actually quite good, but to lose to them is not what we need at the minute. Because I'm hoping that we can get a draw out of this and Barnet will lose. Hoping that's how it goes, but I don't think it is because I really can't get the ball off him again. It's gone into that type of thing. Right, I really need to get better at the defending. I'm not too bad, but I need to get better at closing them and keeping hold of the ball. That is the problem with me. I can't seem to get the ball off them when I want to. So if I can push that out, we're not getting to that. Oh, definitely not getting to that. Players are too slow. Okay. Intercept it. Really? You can't even pass it around him or anything. Just get the ball. And look at that. No one there to pick up the pieces after he bulldozed me. This is the thing with my team, is they don't seem to be where I want them to be. And that is really annoying me. And I don't want to switch the formation to a very defensive formation, because that's not the way I play. It's just annoying me the fact that I can't seem to get anything going. Come on, Rashford, you're on that. Get in. There we go. What have you got? A nice little slide along the floor. There we are. And that was just bashing the X by holding the L1. But that's what I was missing at the start of the season. Rashford's pace just to bully through. I do apologise. I got something stuck in my throat, and it's like a little lump in your throat. That type of feeling. It's just like, I don't want that, go away. But that's what was missing from the start of the season when Rashford was injured. I mean, that little ball up where he can just bully through players. Benzia was not doing it. He wasn't able to bully through because he didn't have the pace. And obviously he's not got the strength. Now, Rashford seems to have the pace and the strength to do the bullying, which is good. I'm not sure about this Vassell though. I want to look into that, because if he has the strength to bully through and the pace to do it as well, that could be actually quite good. To maybe just replace Benzia completely with this Vassell. See, now that defender, or that, who was it, was Jack Payne. My cams don't really have that much in pace or anything like that, right? So, can you just pop it? Oh, so close. Pass it along, and then to him, and then pass it on. Shoot. Oh, unlucky. Sorry about that. I really am sorry about the clearing of my throat. Can I get that there? And then that there. And then whip that in. And whip it back in. Oh, come on. Really? You can't just get onto the end of it. I think it is going to be a draw. That's the way it's panning out. Unless we can get a last minute goal. Nope, ref blew the whistle when we was just about to do the attack. Either way, like I said, a draw against Portsmouth, who are top of the league, is a good little pick-up. It's a point. So it's not too bad. We did have a decent game. 7 shots, 5 on target. They had 6 with 2 on target. Unfortunately, they got a goal from one of them. Barnet did what? I can't. Oh, they drawn 1-1 v Yeovil. Not too bad. We didn't lose points on Barnet. We didn't pick any up. We kept at the same point. So yeah, there's that. We got Morecambe now, who I did realise they were 16th. So, do we sim this game? That is like what I'm thinking. I'm not feeling up to it, Mr. Taylor. And where are you in my team? You're my left back captain. You're my captain, and you don't feel up to it, really? Right, looking at left backs, we don't have any spare left backs other than Dubois. You know what? You don't feel up to it, my friend. Dubois got to come in for you, and that's it. You're not no longer in the team. I think that's what I'm going to do. This Cam, because he's only can go for Payne. We're going to switch the team around a little bit and just using like this. Romeo is centre back. He can go in for Mr. Robertson. We're just going to start using youngsters, go with it that way. Wooters, you are left mid. You can go in for Mr. Yates. If we have a right mid or a centre mid, that would be so good. Do we have a right mid? No. No, we don't have a right mid, so Phyllis Kirk can stay on. And people who are going to be moaning, I don't really care about. They can carry on moaning all they want. Mr. Brown, you will be in our net. But, Linus, you are not our spare keepers. For now, Slacombe is. Taylor, Mella down for Luna. Luna's going to go in. Alonso is a spare cam. I'm just literally, I don't know about this Wilson. I have to look into him a little bit more. Luna is the one replacement for Kane. I'm just going to use it because there's no point in having them there and not using them. That is not the way to go. Alonso there. I think that is our new team. And like I say, we're literally using what we've got as... Because it is low leagues and it is League 2, you can get away with putting 50s in your team. Like 54 is the lowest in our team at the minute. But we've got Luna, Baker, Wouters, Dubois, Romeo, Brown, all making debuts for the team as youngsters. Now, what we need to do, just before I sim this game, I'm going to sim the next game because I'm dabbling a bit into the youth a little bit, is I need to go to youth. And I need to go to this, and I need to check the ages, and I need to keep checking the ages because this player, the second he hits 16, that's when we bring him into the team because he's going to be amazing for a cam. But it won't let me get a bio on him. Like, I can't really click in everything. It doesn't tell me his date of birth, so I don't know when he's going to hit that age. Again, with all the other ones that are in here, like this left mid, the right back, left backs, a centre mid could have been used for Philliskirk instead, but they're not at the right age. So what I'm going to do is we're quickly going to jump into this because we did miss these updates, which were on the 5th of the 12th. We're not going to get them until January. Now, he's been scouted for 2 months. He's still not good enough for my team. If they're not above the rating I want, if they're not in the 50s on the overall, and I don't want them, and I think like this one here, he will be a good signing to take on because the overall has to be above 50, otherwise they can't get into the team because they're not going to be good enough for me. I should really get rid of all of them, but I just can't be bothered at the minute. It's going to take too much time. Luca Dubois, you're a right mid. You could actually be a decent one. You are over the 50 mark anyway. Either one of them. This is the one we lost out on, so it's not a major issue. He is 15 years old, so we wouldn't have been able to use him anyway. So there's that. Again, it's not a major issue. Not going to bother me. Let's try these ones. Anyone that's over the rating of 50, like this, 52 to 40, 64, you are a cam. I think you are. But you only go to 75 potential. That could be a problem. Couldn't be a mini problem. We could train him up and sell him on. Maybe pick up a little bit of money. If he gets to 75, like it says he's supposed to, then he will get up to about 3 mil. I think it's usually around about 3 mil, and if he gets about 3 mil for us, then yeah, that's going to be really good. But we will have to train him, very much train him. He's going to take a lot of training, but for now, the players that we've got are the players we're training. We did lose 2-1 there. Again, we are trying out the youngsters. I should have really played the game, but with it coming up to January and I'm wanting to just get rid of Benzia as fast as possible, there is that. Yeah. We are 5th because they did catch some points. Right, so we are going to have to play the next game, which will probably be next episode anyway. Or I could just sim it, but it is Crawley. Crawley aren't really up there. No, I'm going to keep faith in the sim because the sim got us quite well. It just takes a couple of games, we'll settle, we'll get the wins. It is that basically, you just got to leap it. 1-1 beat Crawley is not a bad result. For the youngsters we've got, they're going to get trained up quite well, so we just need to keep doing that. What we need to do is this training, right? We need to look at Baker and Brown. Now this Brown, I can take him out because, hang on, yeah, it's Baker. We take Baker out and then we go to fullbacks. We go Mr. Dubois. You're part of the team now, so you need to be trained. Right? Brown is part of the team. Alonso is not part of the team. I think it's this Baker that's part of the team. So we need him training on that. And Granero, even though he is a right back, he's still not part of the team. We kind of need to put Romero, because he has our main centre back, we need to get him training. And that is the 4 or the 5 we're going to be training. Rashford, obviously, because he is our main striker, we need him to have the finishing, and the shot power is actually really good for Rashford. Next time I come to this training, I think with Rashford we are going to swap that from being finishing and shot power, because once we get it to finishing 80, that's when we're going to swap him and we'll go on somewhere else for him. Try and maybe get him some attacking position and stuff like that. This is going to be a big game for us, because it's like, this will be the game where we're going to come back and we're going to have to win this game in order to get back into the swing of things. As long as we can stay in promotion, yeah, I don't care. You lure him away, don't mind. He's not out of my youth, so as long as we can stay in the top 7, that's my aim for this, is staying in that top 7. If we can do that, then we're going to be very, very good. Simming a few games isn't possibly what's going to be happening a lot until I actually think, right, well, we're going to keep in there. I mean, we are 5 points off Wickham, so we could get away with simming 1 game. If we win it, then we might be able to get away with something else, but we have to stay top 7, because playoffs, we will go up through playoffs, or we'll go up through automatic promotion. Either way, that is it for this episode. I do thank you for watching. I appreciate everyone who watches my episodes. Do drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I've been Fiore. You've been amazing. And I shall see you next time.